Part 1. Introduction, Stoic Glow Style. There comes a point in every man's life when he realizes he's been breaking his own value without knowing it. Not because he's weak, but because he's unaware. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Not in your actions, not in her reactions. It's the truth that separates the man who chases from the man who is followed. We'll uncover 9 mistakes even smart men make with women. Once you understand them, your entire perception of attraction will shift. You'll stop chasing love and start commanding respect. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The real battlefield isn't with her. It's within your reactions, your boundaries, your sense of worth. Think of the man who keeps explaining why he didn't reply right away, why he's busy, why he can't meet tonight. He's not trying to be weak. He's trying to be understood. But as Seneca warned, the man who seeks approval from others has already made himself a slave. That's how most men lose their power, not by being cruel, but by being too eager to please. So before we begin, take a deep breath. Detach from the noise. From this moment forward, every lesson will challenge the way you think about women and about yourself. You don't need to chase validation. You don't need to prove your worth. You simply need to remember who you are. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is the essence of Stoic attraction, the calm, unshakable energy that makes a woman feel your strength without you saying a single word. From this point on, everything changes. If you stay until the end of this journey, you won't just understand women, you'll understand yourself. And once a man understands himself, he becomes the kind of man no one can ignore. Part 2. Never explain yourself too much. Stoic glow style. Smart men don't over-explain. When a woman asks why you didn't text back right away, a high-value man doesn't panic or write a novel of excuses. He answers calmly, or says nothing at all. Because the moment you feel the need to justify yourself, you've already surrendered power. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." When you live with clarity and purpose, you don't need to convince anyone of your worth. Your actions and calm presence speak louder than any explanation. Imagine this. You're late to reply, and she asks, "Where were you?" You smile, say, "I was busy handling something important," and move on. No guilt, no drama. That's strength. The man who over-explains is the man who fears being misunderstood. But the Stoic man knows understanding is optional. Respect is earned through consistency. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." Bravery isn't about loudness. It's about being at peace with misunderstanding. You don't owe anyone constant access to your time or your mind. Epictetus taught, if you wish to be loved, love virtue. That means holding your frame, speaking less, and acting with conviction. When you explain yourself too much, you dilute your mystery and erode her attraction. So say what needs to be said, once clearly, with calm certainty. Then move forward. Because the man who can stay silent when the world demands explanation, that man owns himself. Part 3. Don't chase Stoic glow style. There's a thin line between pursuing and chasing. Pursuing is intentional effort. Chasing is desperate motion without direction. A Stoic man knows the difference. When you start bending over backward to impress, double texting, or giving attention she hasn't earned, you've already lost your center. You've moved from leading to begging. And women sense that instantly. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Reactions, her delays, her moods, those are beyond your control. Your only power lies in how you respond." Picture this. She takes hours to reply. A lesser man panics, sends another message, tries to win her attention. But the Stoic man stays calm. He knows silence is also a response. If she wants to reach out, she will. If not, he walks away with dignity intact. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." True bravery in love isn't chasing someone's approval. It's standing still while others run in circles. Women test to see if you can hold your ground when they pull away. When you stop chasing, you teach her how to respect you. When you lead calmly, she feels safe in your presence. That's not arrogance, it's alignment. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your thoughts are grounded, your presence becomes magnetic. You don't chase. You attract. So don't run after her. Walk your path. Because the man who follows his purpose never has to chase anyone she finds him. Part 4. Don't reveal your whole life too soon. Stoic, glow-style, smart men. No intimacy is a dance, not a floodlight. You don't need to pour your entire story out in the first week of your childhood, your fears, your dreams. When you reveal everything too soon, you trade mystery for validation. And mystery is the oxygen of attraction. Marcus Aurelius said, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. When you rush to share every detail, you seek emotional control, hoping she admire or accept you. But admiration can't be forced. It's earned through patience and presence. Think about this. A man who reveals everything quickly is like a book with no pages left to turn. She knows the ending before the story begins. Instead, let her wonder. Let her ask. Let her earn the deeper parts of you. That's how real connection grows, with rhythm, not revelation. Seneca wrote, "It is quality rather than quantity that matters." Share quality moments instead of constant confessions. Give glimpses, not full confessions. Let silence carry meaning. Because true intimacy isn't about exposure, it's about depth. Epictetus reminded, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. The Stoic man builds his identity before he shares it. He doesn't use vulnerability to gain affection. He uses strength to create trust. So speak with intention. Share with patience. Because when you let her slowly uncover who you are, your truth becomes valuable and your presence unforgettable. Part 5. Don't try to fix her stoic glow style when a woman is moody, distant, or self-sabotaging. Most men rush in to fix her. They think love means saving her from herself. But the Stoic man knows trying to fix her only destroys attraction. You become her parent, not her partner. And the moment you do, respect fades. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." You can support her, but you cannot save her. Her emotions, her choices, her healing, they belong to her journey, not yours. Imagine this. She's overwhelmed, spiraling in her own emotions. Instead of trying to rewrite her story, you stay calm, grounded, present. You listen without absorbing the chaos. That calmness is what she truly needs. A man who doesn't lose his peace when storms appear. Seneca once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Let her have her trials. Let her find her strength through struggle. Your role isn't to shield her from pain, it's to stand firm beside it, without losing your frame. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. That includes how you react to her emotions. Don't take ownership of her moods. Observe, empathize, but don't drown in them. A Stoic man doesn't fix, he leads. He sets the example through calm composure. Because real love isn't rescuing, it's respecting someone enough to let them grow on their own. Part 6. Don't neglect your purpose for her Stoic glow style when you meet a woman who excites you. It's easy to forget your mission. You start skipping workouts, delaying goals, letting your focus fade. Soon, your world begins to revolve around her hand. That's when she stops respecting you. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." Your purpose is your anchor. Without it, you drift into dependence. No woman truly desires a man who abandons his path just to orbit around hers. Picture this. A man who once built his dream business now spends his days checking his phone, waiting for her reply. The same energy that could build empires now chases reassurance. A Stoic man knows his mission comes first because it defines who he is. Seneca wrote, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." When you make her your entire life, you create your own suffering. You expect her to be your happiness, your peace, your meaning. But those must come from within, or you'll always be lost when she steps away. Epictetus reminded us, to be free is to want nothing that depends on others. That freedom comes from staying loyal to your calling, not your comfort. When your actions align with purpose, you radiate confidence, and women feel that deeply. So, never trade your purpose for a relationship. Let her join your journey, not become your destination. Because the man who walks his path with discipline doesn't chase love, he attracts it. Part 7. Don't compete for her attention. Stoic glow style. When she laughs with another man, your ego flinches. You feel that sting, the urge to prove yourself. But the Stoic man stays still. He doesn't compete for attention because he knows true worth never begs to be seen. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." When someone triggers your pride, your strength lies not in reacting, but in remaining unmoved. Your calm presence speaks louder than any jealous outburst. Picture this. She's talking to someone else at a party. The insecure man tries to be louder, funnier, more noticeable, but the grounded man simply observes, smiles, and continues being himself. That quiet confidence is power. It's the kind of energy she feels even across the room. Seneca once said, "No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity." Love. Misfortune often looks like losing her focus. But if your confidence depends on her gaze, you've already surrendered your peace. Epictetus taught, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you stay composed, you remind her and yourself that your value doesn't fluctuate with attention. You don't chase validation. You embody it. So, let her drift for a moment. Let her talk, laugh, and wander. While she's doing that, remain calm, centered, complete. Because the man who doesn't flinch when her attention wanders is the man she can't stop thinking about. Part 8. Don't make her the source of your happiness. Stoic glow style. If she's the reason you smile, she'll also be the reason you break. Too many men build their happiness around a woman, her attention, her mood, her validation. But a Stoic man knows happiness built on others will always collapse. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." Peace doesn't come from her affection. It comes from discipline, solitude, and purpose. When your joy depends on her, you lose yourself the moment she walks away. Picture this. A man wakes up happy only when she texts first. But when her message doesn't come, his whole day falls apart. That's not love, it's dependency disguised as devotion. Real peace comes when your mood no longer shifts with her actions. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." And bravery means being emotionally self-sufficient. You don't wait for her to fill your emptiness. You'll build your own fullness through growth, strength, and gratitude. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The Stoic man becomes unshakable because his foundation lies within, not in another's approval. Neediness repels. Wholeness attracts. So before you give your heart, ask yourself, am I already whole without her? Because only the man who finds joy within himself can love her without losing himself. Part 9. Don't react emotionally to her tests. Stoic glow style. She pulls away. She flirts with another man. She mocks your goals or questions your confidence. Most men get triggered, they argue, overthink, or lash out. But the Stoic man doesn't react. He understands every emotional storm as a test of his composure. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Her behavior is outside your control, but your response is not. When you react with emotion, you hand her your power. When you stay calm, you remind her why you're different. Picture this. She says something sharp to provoke you. A lesser man argues. A Stoic man smiles, pauses, and responds only if needed. That silence carries weight, shows she can't shake your peace. And that's the kind of control women deeply respect. Seneca wrote, "Anger is like a falling rock which breaks itself to pieces upon what it crushes." When you react in anger, you destroy yourself first. But when you breathe through the moment, you show mastery over impulse. Your restraint becomes strength. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." She's not your enemy. She's a mirror reflecting your discipline or your weakness. When you stay grounded, you pass the test, not because you want to win, but because your peace is worth more than any argument. So next time she tests your patience, don't fight for control, embody it. Because the man whose emotions are steady can't be moved. And that calm, silent strength is what keeps her drawn to you. Part 10. Never apologize for your standard Stoic glow style. You want loyalty, peace, and femininity, not chaos or drama. That doesn't make you controlling it, makes you a man with standards. But today's world often shames men for wanting clarity and calm. The Stoic man doesn't apologize for that. He stands firm. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Your standards are not arrogance. They are alignment with truth. When you know what kind of energy belongs in your life, you stop explaining it to those who don't understand. Picture this. You tell a woman you value loyalty and emotional peace. She calls you picky. The weak man lowers his bar to please her. The strong man smiles and walks away. Why? Because peace is expensive, and he refuses to trade it for chaos. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." Your standards are not about control. They are about protecting your spirit. You don't demand perfection, only compatibility. And if someone can't meet that, you leave with grace, not resentment. Epictetus taught, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. It's what it means to live by your standards. You don't need to justify them, you'll live them. And those who belong in your life will recognize that energy without you saying a word. So hold the line. Stay calm, stay clear. Because when you stop apologizing for your standards, you start attracting what truly aligns with your peace and nothing less. Part 11. Outro and Stoic Reflection. Stoic Glow Style. You've just learned the 9 mistakes smart men make with women, each one a reminder that mastery begins within. Every lesson wasn't just about attraction, it was about self-control, awareness, and peace. That's what separates the Stoic man from the emotional man, clarity in the storm. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." That's the essence of this journey. To live fully, not reactively. To love deeply, without losing yourself in the process. Seneca wrote, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior." It's not about winning every argument or proving your worth. It's about holding your composure when life tests you, and it always will. Epictetus taught, no great thing is created suddenly. Be patient with your growth. The calm, powerful energy you seek is built one choice at a time, one moment of discipline, one breath of silence, one act of self-respect. So as the music fades and the screen turns dark, remember, you are not chasing her. You are becoming him, the man who leads with peace, strength, and purpose. Because once a man understands himself, he becomes impossible to ignore. And that, my friend, is the quiet power every Stoic man carries within.